My name is Bob, and this is my street story. Well, about 15 years ago, I decided to canoe down Minnehaha Creek from Xerxes to about 4 to 5 miles east, just before it would come into the falls. My partner in this aquatic crime was a former student who at that time was in his early 40s. He had thinning reddish hair, a long red beard, and even though we were going canoeing, he was dressed like an impoverished academic with a very worn brown tweed jacket and an old blue button-down shirt. Anyway, we took off our shoes and socks and put the canoe in the water and got in, and then our troubles began. We set off, and within 30 yards, we were moving backwards. I did not know that you had to be moving faster than the water moved to have any control of a canoe. We'd be slamming into the sides, and Bob would be trying to show he was really vigorous and, jam my beautifully laminated paddle between two rocks and twist it to get us out of there. And I'd hear the paddle shattering as we moved, which annoyed me somewhat. After about 40, 50 yards, we managed to get the canoe moving forward again and past Borough School. It might have been the case that we were still going backwards. Whether we were or not, students were still pointing at us and laughing. So on we went, zooming along, and first thing, one of the branches tore off my brand new $15 Nike sun visor. But then it got really serious when a few hundred yards more, another low-hanging branch tore across my face, tore off my glasses. Oh my God. And I lunged for the glasses and capsized the canoe. Wham! Over we went. And we went into the creek, which was maybe 4 feet high. And a pleasant temperature in a way, coolish. Looking downstream still, there went the canoe, and there went 4 tennis shoes, like 4 little boats, mine somewhat larger since I had 14 shoes. We climbed up the bank looking like 2 escaped convicts, I think, soaking wet and very bedraggled. We walked up to this beautiful home. I rang the bell, and this well-dressed, Germanic-looking lady in her early 40s came to the door and looked at us, just took one look, and shrieked for the au pair girl to run out into the backyard and get the 2 children who were playing there, bring them into the house, lock the back door behind them. I love the detail. Bring in the children, the monsters are here. Now I thought of assuring her, reassuring her, calming her, by telling her that I was a college professor. This was a PhD who now ran an art film house, and how safe and respectable we were. My wife had made me a pirate hat, so I still had it in my pocket, though it was, of course, soaking wet. And I thought of quoting from the 5th act of Hamlet, where Hamlet tells his friend that the pirates had treated him kindly, telling her the pirates had treated me kindly, and taking out my pirate hat to reassure her. Would you like me to continue wearing it? Okay. So then, I didn't do that, however. At any rate, I explained what happened and asked her if we could come in and use her phone. Oh, great God, no! But she did get us a portable phone and opened the door, stuck it out. I grabbed it, pulled the front, locked it again. I called a cab, and the cab came. Luckily, Bob had money, and we were able to take the cab back to our house. Bob got in his snazzy little Volkswagen Cabriolet convertible and drove off, his beard flying in the wind, and that is the end of my attempts to canoe on Minnehaha Creek. That's it.